Welcome, guys, to the Gulf Coast Music Podcast. My name's Q Steezy, and today's new wave is the Culture Vulture, aka CMG.
What's up, man? Thanks for having me, man. Thanks for everybody joining in. Thanks a lot, bro. Happy to be here, bro.
Yes, sir. So, as a photographer, videographer, what are your first impressions? What do you first look at when you come into a room with the lighting and the camera work?
This is the most professional environment I've ever been in.
Oh, come on.
Hey, look, I've been to a lot of places. This is tight, man. You got a nice spot, man. Bright lights, good system. Hey, this is bed. I've only done a few podcasts, but this is the best one I've been so far. I feel legit today, bro.
I appreciate it. Hopefully, the other podcasts don't think you're dissing them.
It's all right. Hey, taking shots, bro.
No, I appreciate it. Is there an actual thing as a photographer's eye?
I think so. I think you gotta have you gotta have an eye. You gotta know what you're looking for. You gotta know what you want to see.
Right.
But I think anybody can have that. I think anybody can have the eye with, get a camera. You do it with your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Just so the more reps you put in, the more, the better you will get on working on your eye. A scene or whatever it might be.
Absolutely. And do you think your eye has progressed over time?
Yeah, I think so. Also it comes with equipment too. Different equipment brings a different product. So
Yes.
I have crappier cameras. I use those sometimes. Sometimes I use my phone. Sometimes I use my good stuff, and all that helps. Change. It sets the mood. So
Absolutely.
it just depends on what you're looking for and how you want to be perceived when you're putting something out. So sometimes when you don't care. I have an old camera that I leave in the back seat of my car. Grab it. Got shoot whatever. Post it. And then sometimes if I want to be professional and stuff come out clean, I'll use my new camera. So it just kind of depends on my gear and how I'm feeling at that moment.
Do you think the iPhone camera will ever surpass a high definition?
I don't think so. I mean, you can't change out lenses on your iPhone.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like
Not yet.
not yet. I
Right.
mean, now don't get me wrong. I ain't hating on the camera phones. They're amazing.
Right.
My iPhone's amazing. The Samsung stuff. To have a phone in your pocket that can take wonderful. I mean, it's super impressive. I mean,
Yeah.
I use mine all the time, but will it ever, a $4,000 camera compared to a $1,600 phone?
Right.
Maybe one day, but not right now.
What initially got you into photography?
Well, I've always been into music. I've
Gotcha.
always been into the scene. I've always, I've made beats. I've recorded
Really?
artists. I've been in the scene since I was like 15.
Gotcha.
Like making beats and recording people. And I got into photography. My wife's from another country, so we would travel. I would travel to meet her. We would go places, and I was like, I'm gonna get a camera.
Right.
And I got a camera. We would go to New York. We'd go to St. Lucia. We'd go to Canada.
Nice.
Anywhere we would meet, I'd start shooting. Well, then I came back, and then I always went to rap shows. I've always gone to shows. Period. Rock shows, rap shows, reggae, whatever. I've always been. It kind of started. I kept going to these rap shows, and I kept, there'd be 10 people performing that night.
Right.
I would shoot the whole night, post them online, and then it started doing numbers. So I got addicted to the motion, just going,
Yeah.
shooting, sharing. Then people were like, hey, let me get the photos.
Right.
And then you start sharing and getting out there, and then then you get into shows for free, or then you start
Right.
making a little bit of money, and then once the money comes into it, then that changes everything. So
Right.
it's just like I said, I've been in the scene forever, but this is just one part of the scene that I love,
Right.
But I just feel like now with the music scene, especially since we don't have the music box, I feel like we've taken a huge hit. There's not a lot of places doing rap shows and stuff that I've seen lately.
Right.
So, but hopefully that'll change. I hear that we're getting a new music box anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's rap function that occurs, and then there's
I've shot it a bunch of times. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dre from Song for Song Music was in here last night.
I hear he's got something coming up pretty soon, right?
A winner circle competition at Soul Kitchen on
yeah.
March 30th. I want to say.
I knew that was coming up. So shout out to Dre, man. He's when I tell you being out in the scene and I see him everywhere. I mean,
yeah.
I'm outside. Dude is I don't know when he sleeps because he's out there just as much as me. Shout out Dre, bro, because I see him. Like I said, he's deep in the scene and he's always got something going on. So shout out to him, man.
That's terrific. Yeah, no, I'm super excited for that event as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then, are you going to be shooting at the Real Boston Richie concert at Soul Kitchen? Because I saw it on your story.
I'm gonna do the after party. There's an after party at 509 across the street.
Damn, I thought the after party was here.
I wish it was, but I didn't really know about that show at all until just like the other day.
Right.
So, is there any openers? You know?
Yes, there's Javez who's on here, and then I'm forgetting the names. I'd seen them, but there are other openers as well, and yeah, it looks like a tremendous event.
Well, that's when tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, yeah.
I might try and see if I can go because like I just found out about the after party, like literally
Right.
the people that own the club, like, hey, we're having an after party about Boston Richie. I'm like, damn, I didn't even know he was coming. So
And they hit you up to.
yeah, I work there. Like I work at 509 on the weekends.
Gotcha.
Like any event that they have, or if I'm not doing anything, I'm always in there shooting. So
Gotcha.
just networking and passing out cards and
Right.
posting on Facebook, stuff like that.
And how'd you get connected with that job?
So the two dudes, shout out Izzy, shout out Daniel. The two guys that own that, I work out with them, and they worked at Lit Cigar Lounge, and that's how we got connected. I met them there. We started working out, and then they took over the club, and they run it now. So
Gotcha. Who's the biggest lifter?
man, I'm gonna say my boy Lee. Shout out Lee. looks like the Hulk. He's like 50 years old, 8 feet tall, bench press 1,000 pounds. Shout out Lee. So he's a big dude, man. So second place, I'm gonna say Daniel. Daniel's he's stout.
Right.
Yeah, he's stout.
Stout's a great term.
Yeah, he's stout.
What's the contract like for getting a gig like shooting at an after party every weekend?
Well, a lot of times it's just like who you meet.
Right.
You know, like a lot of it's just word of mouth and how it's really no contract involved. A lot of times, like, I go in there to help them, but I'm really helping myself too.
Right.
I go in there, they don't pay me. I go in there, I shoot, I hang out. What I'm really doing is I'm passing out business cards the whole night.
Yeah.
So like I go in there, say there's 200 people in there, I shoot everybody.
Right.
And then I pass out my card, and then the next day they want their photos. I want some money.
Perfect.
So it kind of works out in two ways for me, and I get to promote their club. My main focus is to promote the club,
Right.
promote them. My second function is to line my pockets.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you have to.
Yeah, so that's pass out business cards, make reels for people, and just basically keep my motion up and keep my numbers moving online.
Yeah. What's how was the connections yesterday for Mardi Gras, or maybe the day before?
My numbers are still going crazy. I mean, Mardi Gras is my favorite festival, my favorite time of year. And when you got something like that that's such a cultural event, and you do photos or you do videos, if you're not out there like shooting the whole time, taking photos, you're really missing out because like
a lot's going on.
There's a lot to see. There's a lot of people from other places. I mean, there's people from other countries. And I walk, I take photos of everybody and pass out cards and da-da-da-da-da. And then, like every day, my main focus is to get home and put out the parade that day. So like,
how long does that take?
I don't do no crazy editing. Like I go in there, I do a little bit. I put it. They're not perfect. I'm not like perfectionist. I don't really care.
Right.
As long as they're clean, they look halfway decent.
And do you put a signature mark on them?
Yeah. Culture Vulture CV.
Gotcha.
And then I put them out because I want people to share it.
Yeah.
Because like I want the views, I want the numbers. Because like prime example, Comic Cowboys. I was at the parade, and when the parade was rolling by, people were pissed. They were cussing at them. Because the signs were offensive. And I was like, oh, well, I need to post this immediately. And like I posted it, took it down off my camera, shared it. I got like 100 shares in like an hour, and my numbers are going crazy. So
yeah,
I'm here for the motion.
For the motion.
Yeah, a little controversy. I knew that, once I saw everybody in the crowd pissed off about the signs, I was like, oh, this is gonna run.
Right.
So, I got it up and posted it, and it did numbers. So
a great cameraman, just like a great artist, knows how to feel energy.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, a cameraman is an artist. So that's definitely a good innate skill to have.
Yeah.
Trust my brother, I can't trust my cousin. No, let me take my time. I want every girl like I can't make my mind. I spent 80,000 just to flood the time. I don't wear no hangs, my t-shirt Saint Laurent. I just made a whole bag from like half of a show.
Camonte just looked at me, so I got sidetracked. Let's see. I had a question. What's if you see somebody on the street, you take a picture of them. What's your go-to business handshake? This is my card. What's your
I just always, like I like to riz people up too, especially the chicks. You know what I'm saying? Especially the chicks, man. You're in the club, chicks they're drinking, they think I'm always, how like the Hooters chicks flirt with you even though they don't like you. They just want you to give them a bigger tip. I do the same thing.
right?
You're the finest thing in here. You're the best dressed. You look so good. You're out here.
Smart, man.
You're out here by yourself alone. Let me, snap them up.
Snap them up, man.
give them a card, and then hit me up later. And then when they want their photos, that'll be $20-$30.
There you go.
So it's I'm hustling, bro.
Yeah,
I'm hustling. So
that's funny, man.
same thing with the dudes. Same thing with the dudes. You go out, dudes look sharp, man. They got. Can I cuss?
Sure.
They got that shit on. From head to toe, So like same thing with the dudes, like
Right.
They want to look fly. You
Right.
want them to look fly for the photo.
Right.
So riz them up. Hey man, you look fucking awesome. You got this shit on. Snap them up. Same thing.
Right.
Because especially in like rap and black culture,
Right.
I love is they got that shit on.
Right.
Like I go down Dolphin Street. Prime example, Mardi Gras.
Right.
I'm walking down Dolphin Street. There's 1,000 white dudes with sweater vests on. That ain't no fun to shoot. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like but you go further.
Yeah.
You go further down. They got bright colored clothes, cool shoes. I mean, so
Make them feel special.
yeah, make them feel special. Can't make nobody feel special on a sweater vest.
Put that on a book. Yeah. When they ask for the money, when you through, don't be surprised.
Yeah.
That's a Lil Wayne bar.
That's right. So you say you do music. Tell me about you, man. What you do?
I'm doing the interview.
Oh, okay.
No, it's okay. I make I started rapping on beats, and my first song was a piano song, and I play the piano, and yeah, I just enjoyed it, and I've kind of progressed into doing some music video stuff, so that's why getting any insight on this kind of stuff is definitely good stuff.
What
And
do you make beats on?
I don't make beats. Nowadays it's easy to just find
You just go YouTube or something like that.
beat stars.
Oh, BeatStars.
Yeah. Did you ever put any beats on there?
I did, but I only paid for it for a little bit, and I didn't promote like I should. But it's a super popular website.
Yeah, and you can just leave them up forever, and people will buy them at will, and you make some passive income like that. So, yeah, but yeah, I just enjoyed making melodies, and it just felt so cool to be able to make music. Obviously, not at the same quality as Drake and
Of course.
the big names, but to have music on platforms that people listen to those guys on, just taking advantage of how the new society is, and
You can put yourself on Spotify tonight.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
What do you record? What DAW you like to use?
Pro Tools,
Pro Tools. Yeah.
right,
You ever
right.
used not Ableton? What's
FL Logic.
Logic?
I never use Logic,
Logic's
but
dope. Logic's dope.
yeah, Pro Tools is just what we have over here, and
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. I'm a huge fan of Machine. I use Machine a lot. and
I've never heard of that one.
Machines. I just to make beats, and then I use Reason to do audio stuff.
Gotcha, I've heard of Reason.
Reason site.
FL's the best though for making beats. I heard,
Yeah.
because you're just drawing.
It's kind of boring to me because I'm used to banging on pads, but
Right.
it's people are making fire with it all the time.
Yeah. So are you still making beats as well as?
I've kind of I do, but with the TikTok live stuff that I've been doing and the photo stuff and like making money with my camera, it's taking a backseat because I'm trying to learn the language. I'm trying to do TikTok live. I'm trying to like make money with my camera. So, and two, like I don't like having people at my house. So like
Yeah.
that's I work with a few people. Shout out King TG. You should have him on the podcast.
Artist.
Yeah,
Nice.
super dope rapper. He's got 1,000 songs. We've done some songs together, but I got a song with him and some Haitian dudes coming out, and then the last video we shot were for some Haitian guys from Atlanta. So
Nice.
we always do something, man. So tap in with him. He's a dope artist.
I'll get him in here. Yeah, that's awesome. Where are your favorite spots to film?
Man, downtown mostly.
Right.
They have the parking garage over there by Serta's. They just have a lot of spots, and it's kind of a common place. Everybody feels safe, it's not a long drive for a lot of people. Sometimes I'll shoot at Municipal Park.
I'm running track there tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they got a couple nice places to shoot. Sometimes I shoot at Dolphin Island. Sometimes I shoot at Dog River. But mostly I shoot downtown. You know,
Right.
just convenient for everybody.
Mm.
There's a nice studio too, right off Dolphin Street that you can rent out. They got really nice setup, really nice backdrops. Side street studio. So
Side Street Studios. Cool. What about? Do you have any crazy stories of videography or photography?
there's a lot of crazy stories that I won't mention on this podcast because
Oh,
for legal reasons.
Come on.
But just the amount, like probably my favorite one is I shot reggae. We shoot Reggae Fest every year. Reggae Fest is in New Orleans. It's just people smoking weed everywhere, just people going crazy. Just there's a lot to see, especially these big events, especially a lot of the rap shows. Man, you got people blacking out, smoking za, going crazy. It's just
Right.
it's just a lot. But nothing real crazy. I've seen a couple fights. Other than that, I haven't seen anything. Mostly people are just smoking weed, chilling, vibing out. Girls twerking and popping bottles and falling on the ground. Other than that, I haven't really seen anything too crazy. Not anything exciting anyway.
What's the latest you typically stay out? Like this Saturday, how late are you staying out?
Grandpa's getting old, bruh. I try and get home by 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. I'm gonna be honest. Grandpa needs a nap. If I don't catch a good nap, I might not make it. Because the club don't close till 3 or 4.
Right.
And people steadily coming in, hanging out, drinking, chilling.
Right. Especially last weekend.
Yeah, last weekend was nuts. They had what's his name? Walt Beasy performed.
I saw you tagged or made that the audio.
Yeah, so he performed and man, it was packed, man, from front to back, and he performed for like probably 20 minutes. It was a good turnout, man. So
yeah.
So it was. But I try to be home by 1, 2 o'clock.
It's a tough game to play.
Man, I'm telling you, yeah.
'Cause you never know. It's like something might happen.
Something might happen, but look, I need that sleep. If you're gonna hit the gym, I need some sleep, man.
Yeah,
I need
man.
some sleep.
If Lee's going to bed at 10 o'clock, we gotta
8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Then to go into the gym. You got to get some sleep. Sleep's the main part of the game.
It is. Sleep's the MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever considered doing music videos?
Yeah, I've done a few. I've done one for Don Chapter. I've done one for I've done for G Boys. I've done some stuff for King TG.
King TG.
So I'm just now getting serious about doing the videos. I didn't really want to start doing videos, but everybody keeps asking them.
Yeah,
get a
I bet they
video.
do.
Can I get a video? Can I get?
Yeah.
Well, I just decided, fuck it. Y'all can get videos now. So I got a team with me. We have a podcast, and then I have a couple guys that shoot video with me. So I do a lot of times. We have a package where we do music video, drone work, and photos.
Right.
So kind of like a one-stop shop for your portfolio.
Right.
So he'll shoot the video. I'll do the drone work and do the behind-the-scenes photos.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get a package, so you don't have to. You can get all three at one time. So shout out Steezy. I seen your name was, what is it? Q Steezy?
Q Steezy.
Shout out to my boy Steezy.
I know he's my cousin actually.
So he does the videos. So shout out Steezy.
Nice. And how big is your team?
I got me. It's me, the podcast guy. So it's 4 of us.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have a podcast that we're taking a hiatus on. So listen, if you stop for 1 week, that might turn into 6 months. So don't stop because it's hard to keep going.
Like I said, I'm trying to figure out a way to stay in Mobile because I'm from New Orleans, and this summer, I can't. That'll be 2-3 months. So, but I definitely love doing this.
And Mobile's got a nice. We have a dope scene.
Right.
I think if everybody came
Crazy scene.
we have a crazy scene, and if
Put it on the table.
if people could come together and really work together, I think we could do real numbers as a community. Like with the rap and the rock, there's a lot of bands.
Yeah.
And there's a ton of rappers, and there's like some singers and stuff. We got a lot of talent here.
Yeah.
If we could somehow figure out to work together and get everybody on the same page, I think Mobile could blow, man. I think it could be like New Orleans.
I mean, I think it's better than New Orleans, music-wise.
Why?
Music-wise?
Yeah.
Because New Orleans is dealing with a murder rate that is through the roof, and people are more worried about, taking cover than making covers,
Yeah. But y'all don't think y'all got more? Y'all probably got more artists than we do. more talent, more different types of more genres of music.
I mean, it's probably more populated, but like I said, it's just Mobile is the venue to thrive in. I mean, maybe I'm just not as incorporated with it in New Orleans yet, just because I've gone to school over here for the last 3 years. So, um, but yeah, like I said, and that's not even my words. That's this guy named shout out Kevin from Opus Mercury. He's a videography guy, and he was just like, yeah, it's in New Orleans they're more concerned about survival than making music, and it's not as popular because of that.
Yeah.
So
I can see you on high PTSD. You don't feel like vibing out. You know what I mean? I can see why.
yeah, exactly. Well, let's see.
You shot any videos of yourself yet?
Yeah, of course. I've got on my page. I've got some stuff with a GoPro. When it snowed that day, I'm sure you took advantage of that. Yeah, that was tremendous, and we had a great time over here because a lot of us don't typically see snow, and got a bunch of content and put a music video behind it.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. How about you? What'd you get on the snow day?
Man, I stayed inside, bro.
No,
I stayed inside, man. I seen snow, man. I've been to Canada a bunch of times. I mean, it's cold outside. I mean, I'm cool. I mean, I get like, I didn't even like the snow because I couldn't leave my house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm an extrovert. Sitting in the house for 3 days was like being in jail. It was not it.
Yeah,
it was not it.
Yeah, it was tough as well for us. Like
it was cool. I could have handled like 1 day of snow.
The first day was cool.
Yeah. Other than that, no. Being in my house, like just sitting there, and I'm cool, man.
Absolutely.
It sucked. I hated every minute of it.
That's funny. Yeah, man. Let's see. What do you use for your website? Because I like the CMG websites.
I use Pixie Set to do all my delivery and my website for all my photos, my videos, my photos, all my invoices. Everything comes through Pixie Set. So I use Pixie Set for everything.
Gotcha.
So I use Pixie Set a lot, and then like a lot of my media stuff. I don't really use Instagram. To me, I feel like Instagram's kind of dying.
Yeah.
I think that maybe the platform kind of. I mean, compared to TikTok, I mean,
I beg to differ. Actually,
you don't think it's dying?
No. I think. I mean, maybe the videography world is different, but it seems with music, everybody's really pushing on Instagram.
I just, for some reason, like since I've been on TikTok and stuff, I just feel like that. I don't know. I just feel like I don't like on TikTok. At least I get some motion on IG. I don't really feel like I get, like I put photos. I might get a couple likes, but it don't really hit. I don't know. Maybe I should try it. My friend Matt, shout out Mobtown Matthew. He does everything on IG. So like he loves IG. So
Mobtown Matthew.
Yeah, shout out Mobtown Matthew, man.
Right. So other than Steezy, how many guys do you have on your team?
I got Matthew on my team, but he's so devoted to traveling and going out of the country and stuff. Like we can't like we used to shoot shows together and do stuff all the time, but I kind of quit doing stuff for free.
Right.
And like Matt, like he does everything. He goes to all the shows. He shoots everything. So like once I got a taste of money,
right.
Like I was like, if I'm not gonna get paid, I'm not going. And
shooting it for free seems counterintuitive.
Well, I mean, he has a good job. He don't need money like that.
Fair enough.
I do. Bro needs all of the money. So, like, and two, like, you buy all this equipment, you have all this gear, and if you do everything for free, everyone will just use you up all the time.
Right. You
know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I'm good. Like I will do things. I will shoot stuff for free. Like, if I can get into a show I want to go to or something like that. But, you let people use you and abuse you, and you'll just be running ragged all the time for nothing. So I think too, you have to learn that the hard way. You got to get burned a couple of times to realize that, some people are trash.
Right. And you also just, even though they might not like it at first, you get more respect from charging, because when you don't charge, it's like the platform must not be good, even if it's better than the one that's getting charged,
Yeah. Because, like with him, like I always bitch at him like, bro, you need to be getting money. I mean, because like, he's publicated, he's got a book and all this, but like he's so focused and so driven. I mean, shout out to him. I mean, like he loves it. Like when you talk about somebody that loves the game,
yeah,
he loves the game. Like, and like me, I love them. Don't get me wrong, I like the game, but your boy likes the dividends. I like that Skrilla, that paper.
Skrilla's crazy.
So once I started getting paid, man, it was hard for me to it's hard for me to get off my couch and go do something with for free.
Right. Yeah, that green feels good.
And especially like I started doing TikTok and making a little money on TikTok. I can make 27 cents at my house
Tight.
on TikTok Live. You know what I'm saying? So
Really? You get 27 cents?
well, people send gifts and people
Oh, I
if
see, I
people
see.
buy stuff from your store, you get paid. You know
Well,
what I'm saying? And views, and you get paid from views.
right. What is the rate on views?
I think they got to watch a certain amount of the video. So I think it's like 5 seconds of a video that's over a minute long, and then you get paid.
What?
So I don't know, like it's not a ton of money. You're not going to be raking in the dough, but you do get paid. So if they watch 5 seconds of the video, and if you do a live, people can send you gifts.
Yeah.
So they send you gifts. That adds up.
What's the most amount of money you've gotten on the live?
I probably made $40
Nice. For
Yeah.
how long?
for over 7 days.
Right.
Yeah, it's like change. It's kind of like begging for change on the street. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So
But
it ain't a ton of money, but I can buy coffee or buy a cigar.
and if it's something that you like doing,
Yeah, I'm gonna do it anyway. I mean, so
yeah,
a cigar, or some gas, or a pre-workout. I'm straight.
right. So the lives that we're talking about are the
They're the English.
right.
I teach English to Haitians.
Yeah.
And there's a couple Vietnamese chicks out there, so shout out to them. Shout out Hong. So what I do is I started learning Haitian Creole from the dudes that own the club that I work out with. So they started teaching me, and then I wanted to learn. I got my drone license. I got in the habit of studying.
Yeah.
So I took that, and I was like, well, I want to learn Creole. So I got on live and started, reading Creole and English books, and then I started doing flashcards, and then just, you build a community of people, and then there's Ann that's 50 years old, and then there's Mona that's 20 years old, and then y'all hang out for hours at a time, and then y'all are BFFs. So now you get online all the time, and it's like the same people are there every
Yeah.
day,
Right.
and y'all are practicing together, and
Right.
they send you gifts, and it's just like it's such a cool feeling to have a community like that of people that you're just trying to learn, man. So they show up, that means I got to show up, So
Yeah.
shout out TikTok crew, all my Haitians, man. Shout out Sac Passé.
Nice. No, that's really cool. So you divide your time between working and photography, and then Instagram. I mean, TikTok living, and then just vibing,
Yeah.
working out.
Yeah, the gym has taken a backseat this week. I've had my dad has been having some health issues, so
Gotcha.
I've been off my game, but hopefully I'll get back on it. So usually I work out 5 times a week, and then that's the most important, man. You gotta hit the gym, man. You gotta go.
People underestimate it, man.
You gotta pick something up and put it down. You gotta walk on the treadmill, walk the park.
Right.
Municipal Park's so nice to walk, bro.
Gotta shake that thing.
Yeah, you got to do it,
Yeah.
man. You got to do it. It's my favorite thing. Go in there, drink some pre with the boys, with the gang,
Right.
lift something, talk some shit, listen to some music. It's the best.
There you go.
It's the best.
Well, what's next for you? What's going on?
I think really, I'm gonna. My main focus right now is to take with my media company. We're gonna try and focus on commercials, try and focus on product commercials.
That's really cool.
We're gonna do the music videos. We're gonna keep doing the reels, keep doing the photos, keep doing all the basic stuff. But I think what I'm trying to do now is I've gotten into real estate, I've gotten into drone work. Now I'm gonna focus more on product placement. With a TikTok shop, you get samples, you get stuff like that. So
Yeah.
you get a free sample, you got to make a video.
Right.
So what I want to do is I want to take that practice, and then
Right.
I want to take it out to businesses that are local.
Yeah.
People making drinks, people making jewelry, and make reels for them, make commercials, make product shoots for them, and just try and take the practice that I get from TikTok and put it in real life for my business.
That's so terrific. And like I said, I've got a buddy named Ethan Sisk that is trying to do that kind of stuff as well. And I really wish, because he said he's on his way, that I'm sure he'll chop it up with you about that kind of stuff with the real estate and drone. How recently did you get a drone?
I've had a drone. I've had a couple different drones, but I got a new one last Christmas. Shout out my wife. But I didn't have my drone license, so I got my drone license. I studied for that for about 4 months, and
Yeah.
then I finally got that. So now I can start being legit, making money with it.
Was that a tough test?
It was a real test, and your boy's kind of slow. So I really had to study. So it's a lot of stuff that you don't even really need to know. Like don't get me wrong, it's a hard test.
Right.
For somebody like me, I really had to study, and I had to pay $175 to take it. So I'm glad I passed.
Damn.
So if you want to make money, or if you're getting revenue off Facebook or YouTube, you got to have a license for the drone. Yeah. You know, you can fly it for free and you can take photos, but you can't sell the photos. You can't trade photos for like football tickets. So you gotta be legit.
Yeah.
So
What's the best spot for real estate droning in Mobile that you found?
anywhere that pays me.
Right.
So I've been doing a lot of work in West Mobile. I've been doing a lot. Shout out Ethan. I've been doing a lot of work for my buddy Ethan. He flips houses and he's been killing it. He's been flipping houses like crazy, and I've been doing like his reels and his photos, and it's just been it's a booming market, especially out West Mobile, man. They got a lot of houses coming up.
So with this, Ethan, what's your process like of him flipping the house and then you taking the video?
Well, right now it's mostly finished product, but what I want to start doing is doing a before, middle, and after.
Right.
Have like some progress photos.
Do you charge him for it?
Of course, yeah.
And what's that?
It depends for how many photos. So
Gotcha.
for just 12 photos, it's $150 plus tax.
Gotcha.
So more photos, more money, especially drone work too. So
Right.
it just depends on what he wants. But a lot of people, most of the time, they don't want drones because they're trees and stuff like that. But some of the bigger houses with the bigger properties got a lake behind it. They want drone footage.
Can't beat a drone shot. And how much are you charging for a drone shot?
For one flight, it's $150 plus tax.
And how long is one flight?
About 20 minutes.
Gotcha. And is that in one flight is just going over? Or are you going and then catching from different angles?
I'll catch different angles, try and do a fly, hit a big circle for a reel, just 10, 20 photos.
Yeah.
And so just real basic stuff. But I mean, when you see drone footage, man, it's totally different. You see one thing eye level, then you put it in the air 200, 300 feet. It's a game changer, man.
It looks really cool too.
It's a game changer.
What's the contract like for commercials?
Basically, I don't really do contracts. It's just more like, you pay me my deposit, and then when I give you the final, you pay me my rest. Because I'll send stuff with watermark on it. So if you don't like it, no big deal. I'll go back and fix it, and then once you pay me, the watermark will be removed.
Yeah.
So and a lot of times what I'm going to start doing now is I always get my deposit first, and then now what I'm going to start doing is when I arrive, you pay me when I arrive. Instead of me getting paid when I deliver the photos, I'll get paid the day of. Because I actually got burned by somebody. I won't say no names on here, but you owe me some money, bro. So now,
I mean, you can say names.
Now I ain't gonna say names.
All right.
I ain't gonna say names. But anyway, so I think what I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna deposit and then when I arrive. I know a lot of other photographers do the same thing.
So the deposit at the
before, like, to set the date,
Right.
set the date, and then like the day of.
Right. And how much is the deposit typically?
It depends on what they want.
Right.
Like usually my price is one location, 1 hour is $150 plus tax. 2 locations would be $200, and then if they want a studio time, it's $350 plus tax for like 2 hours.
Right. And so after that deposit, then you get paid more when you send it back and remove the watermark. No, it's great business.
Also, I do trades. If you do mechanical work or hair or whatever, and you want some photos, I'm down to trade. I'm down to barter. It ain't all about money. So,
what's the damn? I don't know why I'm blanking. What is how'd you get burned?
Somebody paid me the deposit. I shot their party, and then they were supposed to pay me after. I sent their photos because I thought we were homeboys. I guess not. And then I've shot a couple of events for him anyway. He's a local promoter, and then I just keep texting like, "Hey, bro, where's my?" I mean, I'm not tripping. I don't really need the money. It's just the principle of the matter. We made a deal.
Right.
I finished my end of the deal.
Right.
And now I'd like my payment. So.
Right.
But you when you run a business, you're gonna come across stuff like that. So you just learn from it, move on. So keep it trucking, man. So I'll keep it professional. Just it's the principle. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I mean, it seems like, generally speaking, petty cash for. I mean, obviously those are great deals for the photos, but it never makes sense why somebody would burn you on cash that's that minimal, especially if you plan on doing more business with them.
I think too, man. People, when you run a business or you run photography business, any type of business, people will try and use you. And I think if you got a good heart or you're a good person, like you always give people the benefit of the doubt. And a lot of times, eventually the true colors are going to come out regardless. You know, so you do business with somebody, and you know, 90% of the time, business is always good, but then you always get those people that, you know, they try and, you know, haggle you for the price, or can you do this for this, or nah, man, the price is the price. But you know, the more you do business, the more you interact with people, the more you learn. And you know, it's just, you got to take it on the chin and just keep it moving. You just got to remember that not all people are here. You know, they're here to help themselves, not help you.
How often do you lose business because you've got a set standard?
I don't really think I lose business
Really?
for that. No, I really don't, because you know, people see my work, and you know, I'm not beating people over the head. You know, a lot of photographers charge triple what I do, and you know, so I think I have a fair rate, and I don't really, you know, I don't deviate from my rate. So you know, usually a lot of people, they know what they're gonna get, they know my product, and you know, if they want to fuck with me, that's cool. If not, I mean, I'm not tripping. I got a good job, so you know, I do this for fun. If I want to make a little money, cool. If not, all the money that I use for my business just buys me more toys. You know what I'm saying? I just more drones, more DJI stuff, more microphones, more
Right.
beat machines. So my wife gets all my money from my job, and this is like, hey, I want to buy a stupid camera.
Right.
You know, so I just reinvest this in myself.
Oh, okay. Nice. All the money just comes back in.
Yeah, it just comes back
That's
to
cool.
you know, whatever toys that I want. You know, so you know, when you go to your wife and say, hey, I want to bust $3,500 on a camera, they don't understand. You know, like, what? You know, but you know, I got it in my business account. It's cool. I'll just go buy it.
Right.
So just play money.
That's great, man. It's fantastic that you have something you're so passionate in, and in a city of Mobile that's thriving with potential in all ways.
And I represent, man, for my city, man. We got a lot to be proud of. We got a big scene. You know, we got Mardi Gras. So, you know, like there's a lot to shoot. There's a lot to do. And I feel like shout out to you, because there's not a lot of people doing podcasts. There's not a lot of people making videos, making reels. There's a huge lane that's open right now. There's a huge lane. I'm like, to get in that lane and just like go all in.
Gonna try.
You're gonna do numbers, because I mean, I don't really see a lot of content creators, you know, making reels all the time and doing video, like, you know, food reviews. You know, you got Keith Lee and people like, we have a big city and not a lot of people doing a lot of stuff like that. There's like a whole bunch of lanes that are wide open in Mobile.
Wide open.
So my thing is like, I'm gonna try, you know, like I'm gonna try and get over myself and start making reels and making content, and just, you know, just keep it pushing, because there's a huge, and when all the stuff comes downtown that they're bringing in, it's only gonna get bigger.
Right.
It's only gonna get huge.
Right.
So I mean, now's the time. If you're gonna do something, bro, you lock in.
Yes, sir. Hey, I'll tap into the Culture Vulture and CMG
man.
Media.
Yeah, Camera Media Gang. You know what it is.
Camera Media Gang.
You know what I'm saying? Criminal Media Gang, Caucasian Media Group, whatever you want to call it, bro. So
Fair enough. Great to have you.
Thanks again. Thanks for having me. Lock in with me. Check out my TikTok. Check out my Instagram, Facebook.
Go
Alex
learn some
Boswell.
English.
Go learn some Haitian Creole. Sac passe, naboule. Shout out to all my Haitians, man. Muéveme tout moon, muéveme tout moon.
Tight.
Peace.
Thank you guys for another episode on the Gulf Coast Music Channel. See you guys in the next one.
Peace.